EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to one of the most storied postseason venues in the league. Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, sold out once again. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Welcome your Pittsburgh Steelers.
On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys, they snuck in as the 7 seed, but they made it, ready to prove that they belong in this tournament.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Here's Chris Boswell to get things started. We are underway now from Pittsburgh. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They're led out by the son of the Hall of Famer. Out of Colorado, it's Shedeur Sanders.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. The tight end in motion right. From the gun, it's Shedeur. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Steelers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Brings up second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf.
Rodgers pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got some turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their...
15 yards there and a first down.
Steelers, first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
On the give, it's Warren. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. Now second and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
A handoff for Warren. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. Third and 6.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on third and 6. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Let's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's second and 12. Now Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up third and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Rodgers going to throw. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
Rodgers now to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Carson Schlesinger with a pick. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Even the most tenured quarterbacks can still get fooled from time to time. He clearly thought he had a throwing lane, but the defense shut it down and picked it off. I'm sure he's frustrated with himself, but I'm also sure he'll shake it off.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And some room to work. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line as they've got it as we resume action. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Alex Highsmith simply would not be stopped on that play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. To throw is Sanders. Open man, that's Tillman. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And they'll bring Judy in motion right. Sanders to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. In a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it, because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time, because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. Eyes the crossing route, and he finds Pittman. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the run, it's Warren. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
An inside run with Jenkins. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3rd and 9 here.
And it's 3rd down.
Sanders. He'll get this complete to the rookie 1st-round pick. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 14.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Judkins. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Joey Porter Jr. on the tackle. A 6-yard pickup.
To throw now, here's Sanders. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, Sanders. That is caught. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Browns.
Here's Sanders. He'll find the tight end, Harold Fannin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Throwing, Sanders. That's downfield. He's got Fannin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard. Over out of bounds. Here is 3rd down and 4. Now Sanders. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Sanders. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Throwing again, it's Sanders.
At the 15-yard line.
He'll swing this out to Judkins. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
That will go down as a completion in the stat sheet, but it's really just an extension of the run game. All he's doing is getting the ball into his playmakers' hands and letting them do the rest. They weren't able to break it, but you'll never complain about picking up a 1st down.
That to the sideline and incomplete. Boy, they're going to say there's a receiver in the area. That was close to grounding, but it's 2nd down.
A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Four seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just...
At their own 35-yard line.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to our studios in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and we'll keep it brief because the scoring has been brief. Just 1 field goal as we play on 3-0. I was promised there'd be touchdowns, so let's find out if we could get one in the 3rd quarter. Send it back out to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal. Two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And you know what I think the defense is saying back to them? Why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, put some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
This 2nd and 4. Warren will try the right side. And very little daylight there. They'll get a couple up to the 44.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying under double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's fourth down.
And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to try and throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They'll stay on the ground with Judkins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll run from the gun. It's Judkins. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Shador. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. To throw is Rodgers. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
17-yard line.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he rifles one incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out.
3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman. And they'll get this down to the 10. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down.
6 terrific years with the Colts, and he also had 2 seasons over 1,000 yards. Michael Pittman adds another weapon for a Steelers offense that struggled to score in their bigger games last season.
Rodgers now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. They'll run it. Warren. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Didn't have a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2nd down, ball on the 3. 1st down marker at the 1-yard line. They toss it to Warren. He gets this down to the 3. Brought the power run out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now. been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now a run with Warren. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. An incompletion there on 4th and goal from the 3. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Browns drive about to get started. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. 57 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
And in a situation like this, you're in the second half with the lead, trying to get to the division round. They're going to let him do his thing on the ground, and that's a great run there to pick up a first down.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Now, this is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This will be spotted at the 20, so it's a 30-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Cleveland offense making their way out. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Sanders to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. That's going to be caught by Judy. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at him from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Warren. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
They run the counter. Warren. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
49-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Rodgers now to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Back to throw. Rodgers. That's complete. Bernard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Warren. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. They couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
That's another Steelers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Warren is not going to get in here as they push him back to the 2-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Warren. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different?
True.
You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. This to advance to the divisional round. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and the Steelers have won the game. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them 1 step closer.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.